So now let's go in to set up the Lumix G85 for wireless flash. And it's very similar to this, if not identical. I don't think, I've never seen anything different. All the Lumix cameras are like this. I haven't looked at the GH5 yet, but I'm guessing it's very similar. We're in the record mode, and we go into the record mode to flash. Select flash. We go down to wireless, and it's on right now. I didn't turn this off, so you would normally come in there, it would say off. You would then turn it on. Wireless channel, we're going to be setting this to wireless channel 1, which is what the strobe will be set to. Wireless FP, we're going to leave it where it's at. Communication light high, that helps talk to the strobe and puts out more communication between the strobe and the camera. Wireless setup is where you want to get to. Your camera is going to be on TTL. All right, it's going to look like this. So now it's on built-in flash as TTL. So you want to turn the built-in flash to off. Then you want to make sure your group A is set to TTL, and you can adjust it from here. You can also see you can adjust group B and C, but we're going to be working with just group A, so we're going to leave it there. I'm not going to do a flash adjust on here. I'm going to go straight with what the camera and lens, or the camera and strobe are going to choose. If I decide I need to adjust that, I'll oftentimes just move the flash away a little further or move it in a little closer. It's easier than having to go into the menu and adjust this again. So I just leave it at 0. And we're all set. Let's set that up. And that is all there is to setting up your wireless flash. Now, keep in mind that when you're done using your wireless flash and you want to go back to TTL, you have to go back into flash, select flash again, go down to wireless, turn it off, and now you're back into TTL firing mode, and you can use your flash as normal. Okay, so let's set this remote control flash up for remote control. It's right now in the auto setting. It comes like this from the factory, and when you put this on your camera, it's going to turn to TTL, but we're going to be setting this up to remote control, so that won't be the case in this situation. Notice I'm hitting the backlight to turn this on. It's much easier for you guys to see, so I'm going to be having to touch this now and again to get the backlight on because it goes off on me. I wish it would stay on, but it doesn't. So we have this in A right now, and we are going to change that. Keep in mind that this little dial down here is like a rocker pad. It has north, south, east, and west options, meaning you can hit these either top and bottom or side to side to make selections on this, and we will be making changes with that dial and those north, south, east, west options on this dial. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the backlight back on. We're going to go up here to A. I'm going to hit the OK button. A starts to blink. I turn the dial down below. It goes to RC for remote control. I hit OK. Now I want to make sure that channel 1 is selected and group A, which it already is, but the way you would get over there if it's not is you would hit OK, and you would touch and press the east rocker pad side of the dial, and it would go over to the right. It goes all the way to the right. Then you've got to hit down to get to channel 1, and here then you can change it from channel 1 to channel 3 or whatever. You got 4 channels, but we're going to use channel 1 in this situation. Now I move it over to group, and we're going to leave it on group A, or I should say we want to put it on group A, which is right here, and then we hit OK. So that's basically how you set up your strobe for wireless. Now when it's in RC, it is in remote control. It's in the remote control setting to use as a wireless off-camera flash. What's great about this is that you can leave this in RC, put this on the camera, and as long as your camera is not set in wireless mode, it will automatically go to TTL. So you don't have to change this back and forth, and oftentimes I keep this strobe set to RC and I change it on my camera if I want to go to normal TTL. So that's a really great little option on this flash. Fairly simple to use. You know, this little rocker pad and this dial could be a little bit bigger, but this is a pretty small flash, so it really doesn't have a lot of room, and it's pretty well thought out for the size of the flash. So this is how you get your remote control set up, and now we're ready to go and shoot off camera for these macro pictures that I'm showing you in the blog.